Today I have a little bit of running around to do as per our usual arrangement. But I am going to put that corner post in. And I'm going to show you good people how to do it. It'll be a learning experience for us both because I've never done it before. I've never done the replacement. So I'm going to try and, there's a way to do it where you keep the remaining piece. You know what? I'll just show you. I called in reinforcements. Tell me with that corner post, someone who knows what they're doing. That guy. Right there. I mentioned before that the post was unique. It's because it's got this bump out, which is atypical. This is Carolina bead siding. And that's also kind of not, well, it's not atypical, but it's atypical, if you know what I'm saying.
Hopefully Ryobi will get the quick connects one day.
They're not going to. That's why you need DeWalt, bro.
No, I'm not getting DeWalt's.
Why?
I ain't got DeWalt money.
You do. You act like you don't.
No, I don't.
I know you gotta like that, Master Chief.
Whatever. I ain't got DeWalt money.
He's lying. Master Chief is flush with cash, bro. Hey, Master Chief, who are you gonna vote for?
Trump 2020, baby. Trump 2020.
You're a bigot.
It says easier to do with a knife.
Why are we doing with a knife?
Because I'm lazy.
Man, I'll get a
I
knife.
have to go back and forth.
Master Chief making things more complicated than it has to be.
I hear you.
Stop that. This is so much better.
Well, I ain't got no span. So now here.
Thank you, Milwaukee.
I was recording.
Yeah, score it first.
Score it first.
What we do is you pop these, the pocket right here, this pocket, around this.
Change of plans. She's a little tight. So I'm gonna go get a store and get a siding tool. Should be able to zip it right in. She tight. It's actually a little more involved than I thought. The nail fin on one of the pieces of siding has come out and the nail holes are stripped, so I gotta nail it back in. Here's another one. If you've ever done siding before, you probably know this, but these are slots, right? So you want to allow for side-to-side movement. So when you put your nail in, you don't want to hammer it all the way home. You want to leave it a little bit proud so that the vinyl can actually move back and forth. And then once it's nailed in, you just see how that's in. That's clipped into this ridge. I can't do it with one hand. Yeah, I can. You just zip the rest of it home. And they do the same thing with the bun above it. This one's coming out too. Man, this is all unnailed. I gotta nail that one in. So one of the things with siding repair is you have to prop the top flap open to nail the one underneath it in. This is my new tool for today. I bought it today for the other thing. And it turns out it works perfectly to jam in there as your kickstand. That one's for free. I can't get that with one hand. Thought I could. All right, I got it. Some of the actual pieces of siding were not nailed to the sheathing, and so everything was loose and going wonky, but I got it in. She tight. Real tight. Man, I know it's supposed to be fall, but I gotta tell you, she hot. Maybe it's because I was up in the ladder in that sun, but I'm sweating, man. So that's the day. mostly siding for me. This is the tool that I got. This is a siding removal tool, and it's a really pretty handy tool. I didn't have one because I don't usually need one. Even for removing siding, you don't have to have this to remove it. The reason that it's helpful, you can see that little hook. The way vinyl siding goes together is there's a ridge on the bottom of each piece, which hooks into, that's not right. There's a nail fin along the top and a hooked part along the bottom. You nail the nail fin into your sheathing, and then the strip of vinyl above that strip hooks into the top where the nail strip is. The nail fin has a little lip on it that the one above it hooks into, and that one gets nailed in and the one above that hooks in, and so on and so forth all the way up. And you have a starter strip at the very bottom, which is not a full piece of siding, but it starts the whole chain. This is helpful to remove it because that little hook, you can grab that lip that's supposed to hook on to the one below it and then zip it all the way down. And instead of fighting with it with your hands and trying to, maneuver it out of the one below, this one just pulls it out in one shot, which is very convenient. But again, you can do it without. It's just easier if you have it. And then I used it today because I should have saved a piece of that corner post so I could show you what we did if it didn't make sense when we were doing it. But basically you cut the old one off and save the nail fins on either side, which also have the lips to grab onto. And then the new one, you cut off the nail fins and then you just wrap it basically around the old piece. The thing we were running into is that we couldn't open, there's a little fold that you have to basically sandwich around the old nail fin. A little fold on the new one that you have to sandwich around the old nail fin, like that. But if this fold was super tight, so we couldn't get it to open all the way up and down. But so that's why I got this, because I could hook it and then slide it up and down and just kind of, again, zip the new new corner post around the old one. That probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense without looking at it. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense looking at it either. That's not true. Anyway, get one of these if you're doing a lot of siding. It's helpful. Also, I don't know, I just like the way it looks and feels. Solid little tool. Other than that, I think that's everything. Don't eat cake. Good night.